Hello YouTube, how's everyone going? So, random live stream today. The reason why we're doing it is because we are in a new KvK. So we just teleported into Lost Kingdom and then we realized that there's a new event. Now the new event is under here, under War and Conquest or War of Conquest. So you have the trial of Karuak or however you want to put it. So I thought we'd give it a shot. Now before we give it a shot, just wanted to show you where our crystal tech is. So crystal mine at level 25, crystal research center at level 25. But then again, when it comes to the tech itself, we haven't done anything. Now what we're looking at here today is this Karuak report, where you get extra damage versus the Karuak or Karuak, whatever you're doing, whatever we're going to do now, whether it's actually worth doing this. Now I'm not too sure whether it's actually worth doing it, but we wouldn't find out until we have tried one, right? So what I mean is whether you have to invest in that tech or whether you can do these new Karuak type barbarians with your default tech. So with no tech, we're going to try now, and then we're probably going to have a look at our allies and enemies in this KvK and see how they kind of look like. So let's go into the Karuak thing, War of Conquest, Fall of Karuak. Let's start. So it doesn't let me start at higher levels. It looks like I have to start from the basic level, and as we know that they have changed it, so rather than gold heads, we're going to get crystals out of it. And in terms of the crystals, it does look like you get a bit of a crystal, so it's not nothing, but then at the same time I'm not too sure whether it's going to be that high where we are not going to miss the gold heads. So let's start with the easy mode, which is what it lets us do. This is the first time we're doing it. I'm guessing the next time, hey Jack, how are you going? So I'm guessing the next time when we are doing it, we may be able to do higher difficulties. Now in terms of the skill, deals direct damage, that's it. So there's nothing special there. So I'm going to try with my usual barbarian march. So that's what I have. Now take a note that the Nevsky is just level 1, and even the Mokzuma is just what, 5-5. So there's nothing special here. So let's hit. Let's see if he comes down. The music in the background kind of sounds like a tribal music, which is, I guess, suitable for Karuak. Now let's see how that goes. It doesn't look like my march is struggling at all against this Karuak, the new version. Now again, guys, just showing you, I got 0 crystal tech. So we are going to try this event live here today, and we're going to see whether or how important is this Karuak. So obviously it's going to cost crystals, but we want to know whether if that new tech has a place in our order now. Abdullah, hey brother, how are you going? Thanks for dropping by. So you know what though, I'm going to say that it's a little harder than the normal Karuak that we do, because my march did come down quite a bit, so it was full T5. Now I'm going to try one with T4. Let me summon one more. Now when we are summoning, Shadow Spy, hey bro, Mironov, hey man, thanks for dropping by. So let's try level 2. Shadow Spy, I'm really sorry, I'm going to take care of Nightbot. I completely forgot after last one, and I wasn't planning to stream today. For some reason, Nightbot doesn't like you much, so yeah. Alright, let's try level 2. Now in terms of level 2, I'm going to try with tier 4. I don't know whether I have enough tier 4. So let's see, 164 tier 4. Okay, that's a full tier 4 march, right? Okay, let's try with the tier 4. Yeah, man. Nightbot, we are going to take care of him tonight, I promise. Now, one other little thing that I noticed whilst I was fighting this, that on the top, I think after the first Karuak boss died, you did get a next button, so you may not have to go through all the clicks. So if that's the case, that's a quality of life improvement, so we obviously like that. Yeah, Abdullah, it's a upgraded version of Karuak, so this is new. This is what you're meant to get when you're in KvK instead of the gold head version. Okay, so against tier 4, taking down each one of them, it's not the easiest. So whether to invest in this Karuak thing, or see, the next button is there. So whether to invest on the Karuak tech is, I think the answer to that question is yeah, you probably have to, because I'm only doing level 3 now, and you can see that it's not easy. I'm sure that if I took a 2 max commanders full T5 with proper equipment, then it wouldn't be hard. But then for the average player, if you're wondering if you have to invest in that Karuak thing, you probably have to. Now the other thing with Karuak is we need to check how much crystal we are getting. So let's have a look. So this is how much crystal we got. So that's 8,000, right? And the one before we got 6,000. So not just at the end of the event, throughout the event, as you're doing one by one, you do get some crystals. It's not a major amount though. So compared to the barbarian, obviously you get like 10 times more. So if I did that barbarian, I get 400, and if I get, where is it? If I did that, I got 9,000. So it's even more than 10 times. Now I didn't check, one other thing I should have checked and I didn't check is how much AP does it cost. So War of Conquest, let's go and check. So 100 to summon, and then to attack, it doesn't say how much AP. So is it not charging me AP? Yeah, it's not telling me how much. Okay, let me just check my AP. So 1406, and let me click on it and then see if it's using any more. Nope, so it's just the 100 AP to summon, that's it. So it does cost a little less AP than the barbarian. Shadow Spy. Oh, Moctezuma. So I think Moctezuma came in during a KvK when there was KE, and then I fought a lot in that KvK, and then on that KE day, and I think that's how I ended up getting Moctezuma. Obviously I didn't invest any gold heads, universals on it, but then yeah, whatever KV. And you know what, I'm gonna show you something else. Now this is where people are gonna probably start judging me, but before any judgment, hear out the explanation. But this is shocking and embarrassing. So Charlemagne, my Charlemagne is 5541. Like the biggest of the biggest of the biggest whales doesn't have this high a Charlemagne often. Now why is that the case? I haven't been spinning, I haven't been putting universals, but I did the silly mistake of going back and doing KvK 1 or 2 few times. I mean, 1 I did couple times, 2 I did couple times. So I ended up getting Charlemagne heads from KvKs there. I mean, not just KvK, sorry. There is in KvK 2, when you're in KvK 2, you do get an MGE where the reward is Charlemagne. So it's Charlemagne, Charles or Julius or something. Charles and Julius I had maxed already, so I kind of didn't have a choice. The skills. Okay, yep, I should probably show the skills. Now let's have a look whether I can summon one more. So summoned. So I don't think the skill is changing so far. So for the first one, it was just a 1000 damage factor, and then even afterwards it's not changing. Yeah, this is level 5, it's still 1000. So as we go up, probably the damage factor will go up, but other than that, there isn't anything else that's kind of coming through in the information. Sky, how many level are Karuak? 50? Let me check. Very good question. Now reward list should show that. No, 30. Very good question, Sky. So yes, you can get up to 30, and at level 30 what you get, it's pretty good. 150,000 crystals, 11 of them. Obviously you're doing it just for the crystals. Oh, you get a little bit of a season coin as well, which is not bad. Can you share top 3 infantry marches in Season of Conquest? Okay, so I think I'm using 2 of them. The third one may be a bit challenging to think of, but let me try. Okay, so the first one that I'm using is Pakal and Herald. So that's definitely the best march infantry that I can think of. The second march, Sky, thank you for the sub. So the animation looked pretty cool. Now guys, there's few other animations that I have been kind of looking at that will probably improve the visual aspects of the stream, make it a bit more fancy, and they will come soon. As you may have noticed, I have done 2 videos today already, as in uploaded 2 videos, and then I'm doing a stream. This is probably a bit too much for one day, but then there's new events and new things, so I thought I can kind of try to cover. Now going back to the infantry marches, so the first one was Pakal and Herald. The second one would be Guan and Leo. Now I'm saying Guan and Leo because we are talking about 3 marches. If I didn't want to talk about 3 marches, just 2, then I'd probably say Guan and Alex. But then if I take Guan and Leo as the second, then it leaves my Alex free for the third. Now for the Alex, I can think of, let's have a look at the infantry options that we have. So some people, mega whales, may have this guy maxed. Where is this guy? Which guy I'm trying to talk about? CJ. So if you have CJ for the third march, you can try to use CJ. But then what I would recommend personally is for in that scenario that we are talking about, we got Pakal Herald and we got Guan and Leo. Then what you can do is you can take Trojan, and then with the Trojan you put the Alex, and that's probably what I'll be doing this KvK. And then you make that infantry heavy. That's how you get semi-3 big infantry marches. So that answers that. Now I'm taking way too long to answer questions, so I will quickly look at the chat again. Now guys, obviously this is one of our early day streaming. By that I mean I'm just getting used to streaming, so eventually I'm going to get more efficient at it. But for now, I think even if I'm taking a bit longer to answer the questions, making them detailed is probably better. Okay, what we have got next, effective. Do you think with the change that's easier for a low mid spender to get more coins through KvK, or minor changes happen? Very good question, effective or Jasmar. So what I believe is the changes are not that major. However, if anything, it benefits low and mid spenders a little bit because you have that extra spending ability, as in there's another thing where you can spend on, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So if I look into the spending options, sorry, it's not there. I need to go into my city, and then if you go into your crystal mine and then click on that new icon, it takes you to Crystal Quest. So over there I spend $23 Aussie, that's probably about 20 US maybe, or maybe a little less. So over there you get a little bit more crystals. Now the free version obviously doesn't give you as much, but then when you spend a little bit more, and that's where low spenders and mid spenders kind of come in, you obviously get more crystals. Obviously if you get more crystals, you get more coins. So that kind of answers it. Is it worth spending on it? So worth is it's a vague word, I guess. So it depends on your disposable income and your ability to spend. Now if we are trying to talk about an order in which you should be spending or you could be spending, obviously the supply, that's the first one. You definitely buy that. That's definitely worth, that's definitely value, however you want to put it. And then you know how when you're upgrading your buildings, these ones, as in the crystal new building, so when you take this to 25, you take this to 25. And in terms of research, when you're doing your research over here, the pop-up bundles come up $5, $10, I think it goes up to 20 or 25, something like that. So as you those are priority. And then in terms of the spending here, not the Conqueror's Will, but you know how you can get the other one, what's it called again, Mountain Pass. So when you get Mountain Pass, to me that kind of felt like more value. So after Mountain Pass, I think that's when in the order this new thing kind of comes in, the Crystal Tech or Crystal Quests. So that $23, if I look at what I get, like I didn't do the calculation, but just from looking at it, it doesn't look like it's as much as what you get from the mountain passes. So this is probably supply, and then pop-ups, and then mountain pass, and then probably crystal quest. And then only when you're like a mega spender where you're gonna get 7 marches before Kingsland, that's when you probably buy the regular ones. Where is the regular one? Under super value, Conqueror's Wills. So that's probably how it kind of works. Now, so I'm doing something not so efficient. So since I'm taking the march back every time, I should probably just do this, not have that little tick, so that the march goes back by itself. Okay, questions. Karuak, Sky, oh no, we answered that, sorry. Okay. Mulan Rock, hey, thank you for dropping by. And then we have only 30 levels, you spending PKAP and give a lot of rewards for the free to play. Yes, how Karuak is definitely good. Now when it's even better is if it's not replacing the normal Karuak event. Because if you think about it, you do get quite a lot of gold heads from the Karuak event itself, right? So as a low spender or free to play, you kind of need the gold as well. I mean gold heads as well. So that's where I think if it's an extra event, definitely very good. Even if it requires some crystals, it's definitely very good. Gary, hey man, what's up? Thank you for being on chat and joining the stream. Oops, a new skill. Okay, Shadows 5. New skill. Sorry, yeah, I should be doing it. Okay. Deals direct damage 600 to enemies in a fan-shaped area. Okay, so where does the fan shape kind of come in? So if I was hitting the Karuak boss in with multiple marches, then I think that kind of comes in. Now speaking of new skills, a new one kind of came in. Damage factor 1500, fan shaped area. Every time cast a skill, caster's troop skill damage increased by 20, stacking up. So every time a skill is cast, the caster's troop skill damage is okay. So basically it increases its own skill damage by 20, stacking up 5 times. Alright, so you kind of have to take it down fast. So this is where it's probably gonna get challenging. When less than 25% units remaining, the caster's troop deal 200% increased damage. Okay, so this actually sounds quite hard. Now level 10, sometimes level 5s, and I'm pretty sure level 10s obviously do a little bit more, so this may get challenging, so I may not be able to do this. Let's see how it goes though. Hashtag Aussie gang. Yeah. Low spender, should I get pop-up or this new one? Samuel, I think the pop-up is better value than the crystal quest option. I haven't done the calculation, but just looking at the numbers, it looked like the pop-ups are better value. Dude, hey mate, hey, thanks for dropping by. Gary, M is having dinner, I think, and after dinner she has to do her homework and stuff, so I don't get to have her as often helping me out with videos or joining streams. So I think 6 months later I get more of M's availability. He has an exam called NAPLAN. I think it's an Aussie thing. It's in year 3, so I don't know much about it. Alright, so my march got destroyed. So Karuak is not the easiest thing ever. Now I'm going to show you again. We are testing this without any tech, so not even a single tech, even though the buildings are high, 25 and 25. So what we'll do now is we tried that with our barbarian march. Now we are gonna try it with a fancy march and see if the fancy march kind of survives. So what's a fancy march that I have? So that kind of looks fancy, right? Well, it's not really that fancy. I think I got the best equipment on Guan, I think. Do I have Guan? Where is Guan? Okay, Guan Leo. Now Leo doesn't do a lot of damage, so we're going to change that to... Actually, let's just leave it Leo and see how it goes. Alright. Guan Leo in action versus a barbarian. Jasmar. New player in town seems to be Attila Nevsky. Do you think it should be Attila Nevsky, Nevsky Attila? Well, I have been in Pororo rally, so I saw in my account in 1365 in that KvK, I saw JST Pororo using that, and it kind of looked alright, but I didn't see how it was better than... I'm not too sure whether it was much better than Bertrand and Nevsky or XY and Nevsky, so it's alright, it's not bad. If you have an Attila already, you can pair with Nevsky, and then your William stays with your Saladin, so not a bad idea. Moctezuma animation, yeah, it's pretty good. Now, okay, so with one march, I can't take it down. Alright, so let's try a few marches and see how many marches does it take. So as much as I don't have any crystal tech, these marches have decent equipment. So let's try with 3 marches and see if it can do the job. So I'll show you the equipment on the 3 marches that we're using. So which one was the first one? Okay, let's have a look. So Guan got all gold. And then, yep, the Guan has decent equipment. I'm using Nebu. Nebu has decent equipment. And who else was I using? Pakal, was it? Yep, Pakal, decent, not the best, but decent equipment. So if it doesn't take that down, then yeah, we definitely need that. Well, I may be able to take it down. Maybe. No, I can't. Actually, if you look at the rate, it doesn't look like it's gonna be a good trade in the end, and it's gonna survive. So I probably need 4 or 5 marches. Okay, so guys, we need to update our crystal tech recommendation, and it does look like we need that Karuak skill, because without that skill, these marches may be hard to take down. I mean, just to show off, I can keep using... Actually, you know what? What's the harm in using 5 marches? Because it's not gonna cost me any extra AP. So it's just to summon. Alright. So why was I using other marches? Silly me. Mirunab, a big fan here. When is the best time to reroll to Cav main from Infantry? We start KvK 2 soonish. Okay, so if you think about KvK 1 and 2, well, KvK 1 is Infantry main, KvK 2, Archers have a bit more of a value with Edward and Tommy. KvK 3, you don't get Attila Takeda, so it's still kind of Archers. Infantry is not bad either. I mean, you have Charles and Alex rallies. So I think when you're in Season of Conquest, that's when have kind of kicks in. So you have Attila Takeda, which is still usable. Saladin William is very good. XY William works. So guys, I failed again. Oh my god. So this time around, I'm gonna put 5 marches all together. So if I put 5 marches all together, I want to see, because if we can't take Karuak down, how are we going to fight enemies? Hey, target disappeared. Why, did I try too many times? Why did my target disappear? I think the Karuak thing thinks that I'm too weak. It did say some insulting stuff at some, well, the normal version says more insulting stuff. Alright, let's try this. 5 marches all together. Now again guys, being very slow in bringing my marches out, and that's to do with how I'm not used to clicking for Rise of Kingdoms. I'm more used to dragging in Rise of Kingdoms. But either way, I probably have to set up proper marches now and probably get the crystal tech up a little bit. Naplan and the questions were literally one person. Mate, I have no idea. My wife kind of looks after the education side of things. As you can see, I'm not a well-educated person, so I don't know much about education at all. Em probably knows better than me. Duke Dagger. What dagger, mate? Oh, sorry, Rock Farm. Sorry, I need to follow the chat. Okay. I can craft my first legendary accessory. Which one should it be? Low spender, horn, ring, and dagger. So Duke thinks it's dagger. I don't mind a dagger. I like a ring a little bit more, maybe. I mean, not ring, sorry, horn. Not ring, I take it back. Horn. Now, I have been, for the last couple days, I have been thinking about how and whether to do a guide on the accessories, as in when you go to the Season of Conquest shop, what accessories should, that's not the shop, what accessories should you be buying and in which order, and craft them in which order, and so on. So I think when I was thinking about it, this is not the final version, but at the moment I think I prefer a horn a little bit more. Wow, this is getting clutch. Wow. So I got 2 marches left. Oh my god. Alright, alright. No, he just went back to full health. I wasn't quick enough. Okay guys, this is pretty annoying. Now these are the marches that I use in Arc, and that's where the Attila Takeda comes in. Now I definitely shouldn't have Attila Takeda there. I'm going to change the Attila Takeda with a XY and William. Again, my XY is pretty low, 5511. I mean, oh no, 5515. That's actually much better. So I managed to get lucky with this with the 3rd skill. I'm pretty sure I used some skill resets, but it looks alright. That on the 4th skill I have more. Where's my William? Okay, William. Alright. Change that, and anything else? I'm gonna take the, because I'm not using Alex here. I want to bring the Alex. Where is Alex? Okay. Ah, no! Wrong click. Alex, okay. Alright. Now let's bring those more. See, the Karuak guy went back, like he's saying, you know what? You can't kill me. So why stand there? I rather save you the embarrassment and disappear. And LADUS, you can claim that there's a bug and the thing went away. Hey, you think this is embarrassing? You try doing it without crystal tech and see how you go. Now, speaking of crystal tech, there's a couple of other things that I wanted to have a look at. I think we mentioned it in the title as well, that we're going to have a look at some of the other new events that kind of came in. Now, I'm kind of stuck with this guy, so let's hope we clear him in this go. And then if we can't clear him in this go, I'm going to show you the skills again. So 1500 damage, fan shape area, so all of us gets it. So it increases its own skill damage by 20%, stacking up to 5 times. And then when less than 25% units remaining for the Karuak thing itself, it deals 200% increased damage. So it's not that easy. So I think we definitely need to invest some in that crystal tech. Now, whilst this fighting is going on, let's have a look at the chat again. Your content, Jasmine. Oh no, there's more. Okay, Guan Leo or Guan Alex. Shadow Spy, I like Guan Alex if you're doing 2 marches. And oh, actually, let me put it in a different way. If you have a way of bringing your Alex in the field, maybe behind Trajan, then you can go Guan Alex. But if Guan Leo means your Alex doesn't get a play, then get Guan Alex, because Alex is more important to be in the field than Guan. Now, Jasmine, your content and your style is top notch, bro. Keep it up and you will have 30k subs by the end of the year for sure. Meg, thank you for that, and we sincerely hope we get there. And with your kind comments, I think we are having a good luck with this Karuak Beastmaster Buraka as well. Beastmaster Buraka already killed one of my marches, but then I had 4 kind of marches remaining. Now we're going to try to do number 11 as well. Now the reason why we're trying to do number 11 is to see if 10 was exceptionally hard and then 11 kind of gets a little easier. Well, the skills change, so it reduces, so it has a defense reduction on my marches and it heals its own. So the skills are definitely changing throughout. So if you're in a situation where you're finding it hard, you can kind of read the skills and kind of choose the marches. But to be honest, in most cases people have what they have. It's hard to change based on what Karuak dictates, right? So his name is Howler. Hello, Howler. Are you gonna be as annoying as the other guy, Beastmaster? I'm not using Mina and Kvk. I should be using Mina and Kvk, so next time we'll probably drop the Pakal Herald. Okay. Nadisha, I just watched your crystal change video and good luck to F2B player. Don't put your marches in the field in KvK. Now, yes. So for... Did I just die? Oh no, number 11 comes with 2 guys. Oh my god, I'm not paying attention. So number 11 came with 2 guys. I just hit 1 guy and the second guy is just still standing there. Now in a way I got my marches refreshed, but then where it's going to be an issue is it's saying there's a 20-second, 15-second time limit. So if you can see on the top guys, you'll see that there's a time limit. So again, this is not really easy. So there's a bit more of a variety. Now, is there a Is there a different? No, that's a level 41 barbarian that just got aggro. So did we finish it within the time frame? Restart your challenge. Yeah, we didn't finish it in the time frame. So number 11. Now we need to change it back to where I can hold. We need to have Mina and KvK in action. Wow, this is actually making me think. I thought this is gonna be a nice and breezy live stream where we just kill some Karuak things and that's it, but nope. Okay, so this looks better. Yeah, it looks better. Okay, let's go. So we are going to hit and hold. Now whilst we are doing it, so going back to the free-to-play situation, so guys, if you asked me a few months ago if free-to-play should stop playing Rise of Kingdoms, I'd probably say yeah, do it, it's not fun anymore. But then after I played my KvK in 1365 as a very low spender, so I spent like $5 on Crystal Tech and that was pretty much it. Now I enjoyed that. Now obviously I enjoyed that because I was fighting in a big KD. But then if you're free to play, who said you can't be in a big KD? You're not gonna make top 1 or 2 alliance, neither did I. So I didn't have any YouTuber benefits. 1365 doesn't count me as a YouTuber. I think their definition has the thing where you need to be much bigger before you start getting YouTuber benefits. So when I migrated there, I didn't get any resource assistance. I got no special treatment. I was on the 5th or the 6th alliance, and then only now when we are fighting in KvK and JST has more flags or BLN has more flags, that's when I kind of get to be there. So as a free-to-play or a low spender, if you're not finding KvK's fun, you need to go into a bigger kingdom. Now the benefit of also, the other benefit of being in a bigger kingdom is you're not gonna feel pressured in your fighting scenarios. As in, there's gonna be all these bigger players all around, and even if you don't just wanna feel rallies and garrisons and you want to fight in open field fighting, you can kind of fight from behind. You're not gonna get good trades, but then you're still gonna have the fun of fighting in the field. But as far as the Crystal Tech goes, the new changes in summary, the shortest summary, yes, it's bad for free to play. Yes, it's better for low spenders and medium spenders. For bigger spenders, it kind of doesn't make a difference. Now let's go through the chats again. Miranov, thanks. Yep, you're welcome, mate. Gary2266, can you show the rewards to beat this Karuak? Yes, I can. Now let me hit this other lady that's hitting my Minamoto. Hitting on my Minamoto. Well, she kind of looks alright. Okay, anyways, so skills, not my commander skills. We want to, not skill, reward, sorry. So let's go into the Karuak thing. And let's go into the reward list, and these are the rewards that you get. So in the early levels you don't get that much, but as you start leveling up you do get quite a bit. So in terms of the crystals that you get, very decent, and you're using 100 AP to summon them, so 3k AP I think for 30 of them, so it's not a bad transaction. You get a lot more than you get from the barbarians. Now, did I manage to do it? Yeah, I did manage to do it. Okay, now, is it going back? Yeah, they're going back. Now, let's go in and talk about what we are kind of testing here. So, Crystal Tech, guys, I was just testing whether without any Crystal Tech, so not even the basic ones, and obviously without the basic ones, you can't get the Karuak report thing. And I wanted to see how that Karuak report, it's kind of not connected. Like if you look at the lines, it doesn't look connected. So I mean, in Rise of Kingdoms it doesn't have to have a connecting line. Sometimes it can still be a prerequisite. So what we want to check is, do we need to do this, or can we skip this and kind of breeze through the Karuak thing? Now what it seems like, we can't definitely breeze through it. You kind of need to put a little effort into it, but then you may be able to do it without putting too many crystals there, but you know what, I'm pretty sure it will be like a prerequisite for something. Now whilst we're doing it, we will be having a look at few of these other events as well, but let's look at the chat. Look at the chat at the same time. I'm falling behind on chat. It has a timer. Yes, it does have a timer. Hey, I can't go back in chat. The volume of the music is a little bit, please. Do you want me to put the volume up a bit or down a bit? Please let me know. Rise, hi. Hey Rise, how are you going? Red Death, hey brother, thank you for dropping by. Jasmar, it shows the Karuak has a 3-minute cooldown. Burst it down and then yeah, you kind of, it does have a timer, so you do need to burst it down. 5 minutes actually. Yeah, it does have a timer. Mamond, is the 10% infantry health skin real in KvK Shop? Can you buy it or was it fake? Good question, bro. I heard something like that as well. Now let's go have a look at the KvK Shop. So KvK Shop, speaking of the shop, so I think that's where the discount kind of comes in. You know how in the update notes you saw the discount as in a little bit of a discount in terms of coins, but guys, discount or not, obviously do not spend your coins on gold heads or material, because there are other ways you can kind of grind it, right? You need a city skin. If you don't have it, you need the, what's it called, the accessories as well. So yeah, now infantry city skin. So I don't think the city skins changed here at all. So you got Twilight Falls, you got the Persian Dream, which is troop defense, a sad version of the KvK, I mean Zenith one, and then you got Divine Abode, which is kind of good. You got Flight of the Heron, which is kind of average. Now if you scroll down, you got Topkapi, which is the Archer defense skin. So there isn't a new infantry skin here at all. Alright. Shadow Spy. Should I do shield ring or horn ring? Horn ring, of course. Even if it's a Guan, I know how the shield is good for Guan, but actually let me say it again. So if you have enough rings and horns already for your other matches, then you can maybe do a shield. But then the shield in general, I mean, it does a little bit to Guan, but then it's not. I do have a shield on my Guan, but that's because I had a shield already, and I did the shield before the other kind of options became available. So previously there was only the shield, and a lot of people did like 2 or 3 shields. So that's why I'm using it, but if I could redo it, I wouldn't craft the shield at all. Wow, you know what I'm learning? I'm learning how bad I am at multitasking. So taking forever to answer questions and then not doing anything on the side, we still need to look at the new events. Okay. Mamond, if anyone has told you but the music is a bit louder than your voice, I can definitely, no one has told me, and guys, you should have told me. So let's lower the volume a little bit. So I thought I had a setup where when I'm talking the music is meant to go down, so I'm guessing it's not going down as much as it should, or the upper limit of the music is higher, as in when I'm talking, the highest I go, the music goes much higher than that. Okay, so I kind of tried to change both settings a little bit now, so let me know if that helps with the audio overall. KDOP, just finished new Karuak here, and you finished new Karuak? You finished Karuak already? Oh wow, very good. And guys, yes, we got 38 viewers and I can't see how many likes we got because I'm doing it just on one screen. So if the likes are 12, then maybe hit the like button. Encourage us to do more of these videos, right? I mean, if you're watching, then obviously you're liking what you're watching, so why not give the support? And any of you guys, if you're not subscribed, then definitely subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss on any new videos. And then if you're excited about the content that we make and you want to use the badge and custom emojis, you can become a member as well. So we set the membership as low as YouTube allows us, which is I think $1 US a month, that is. KvK Gaming, mate, thank you for that information. So guys, now we know that if you finish the whole Karuak thing, then you get 2.5 million crystals, which is not bad. So guys, after the struggle with level 10 where we are trying to do with one march and not proper marches, now that we're using more suitable marches, as you can see, even without refreshes, we are kind of doing alright. Now saying that, I probably should refresh my Mina because Mina is kind of dying. Now refreshing your marches even in between fighting is not an issue because it doesn't look like it's costing us any AP at all other than the summon. So in terms of the skills, they're changing every time, so there's a bit of a variety. We are not necessarily checking all of that out because when we're using 5 proper marches, I mean, what difference does it make what skill it has, right? It's not like you have 30 legendary commanders max, like what's his name, Good Father and then you can pick and choose based on the scenario, right? Steven, you need the damage to him if you don't want to suffer. Yes, we do need to have damaging marches, and as you can see, we picked high damage commanders. So good call. Yes, we need to be doing high damaging marches. So initially one of the mistakes that I was doing, because I had my best equipment on Pakal, I was using Pakal, but most of the equipment Pakal Herald doesn't do that much of a damage, and we switched that with Minamoto and Kakao. Obviously they're doing a lot better. Karuak in my KD no crystal. So Mulan, the reason behind that is because you're not in KvK, I believe, or you have already been in KvK before this update came in. So I think this is the first time you're looking at the Karuak event that gives crystals. So up until now, any other KvKs, no one else has got it. That's why we're doing the live stream to showcase that. So next time when you go in KvK after your current KvK, you should have that. Mamand, message retracted. Okay. Hello Ladus, music is tiny bit too loud. Arthur, the music is still loud? Okay, I'm going to take it down a little bit more. Okay, I took it down a little bit more. Let me know if it's a little bit better now. So I need to refresh my marches. Hey. Mate, I'm not too sure why your messages are getting deleted. I don't know if Nightbot is doing it or if there's any other reason. Nadisha, music volume down please. Okay, music volume further down. Okay, down. Okay, music is it. So this is kind of the lowest I think the music can go. So let me know if it's too loud still. Who are your opponents this KvK? KDOP, yes, I know you're Red Moon man. Gary, thank you for the confirmation. The music is good. And then opponents. So guys, let's have a look at what's it called, honor roll. That's probably a good way to look at it. No, it's not, because you get the what's it called, coalitions rather than the KDs. Okay, so let's have a different look. So we zoom out and we have a look. Now this is the KvK we are in, right? Hey, something funny. So you know how I'm in this KvK, you know how that green head icon there, green individual icon there, you know how I should have it here next to 1348 because I have an account in here? How come it's not showing up, or does it not do that anymore? Alright, but anyways, let's look at the kingdoms involved. So we got Fire Camp 1631, 1657. They are going to be allied with 1621 and 1930 in Art Camp. So it's going to be top versus bottom. So we're in the bottom left camp, which is 1348, that's where I am, and then our allies are 2097, or campmates are 2097 in the same coalition, and then on the other side of the map we got our allies in 2033, 1953. Now in terms of all these KDs, I only knew 1621 from before just because I had a friend there and I know they're pretty strong. But then based on the pre-KvK and everything, we know that 2097 is pretty strong as well. So we are very happy to be in the same camp as them. And in terms of the fire and the wind camp, I guess we'll figure out as we progress, as in how good an enemy fire camp is or how good an ally wind camp can be. You can't see the like button? Mate, it's important. Look for the like button. It's because you're in Elkan. Not very good point. Saini, thank you for that. That's probably why it is. Now, we kind of got a feel about the Karuaks. So what we're going to do now, I don't want the stream to go over an hour. So what we'll do is we're going to, as promised in the title, we're going to quickly have a look at the other events that kind of came in. Now, Karuak is the more interesting one. Now, the rest of them are new, and well, War and Peace is not new. War and Peace comes every time. So you exchange your building speed ups and you get training speed ups. I obviously have done all of that. Now, this, I want to say this is new because I don't remember seeing it last time. And I don't see it in my other account in 1365, which is in KvK. So what happens here? As you spend crystals, you get random things. Now when I say random things, you get speed ups, you get material, you get gold stars. You don't get anything important. So you get a little reward for spending crystals. So it's something that you get for free, so no problem. Hey RTTT, new subscriber. Thank you for that, mate. Thank you for the follow. Nadisha, where is M? M's having dinner and then she has to do homework, so she couldn't come to the stream. Now, Trial of Karuak, this is something that we looked at. Now, quickly showing the rewards again, you get quite a lot. Now, I'm not counting all of them together, but one of our viewers who just finished it said you get about 2.5 million crystals from doing Karuak. Barbarian Buster. So this is where you do barbarians within the next couple days and you get decentish rewards. You get gold keys, you get crystal keys, and then you get some AP. Now this is something you're gonna do naturally, so you don't have to go out of your way. 250 barbarians, you're probably gonna do it. Now I would have done a bit more now if I wasn't doing Karuak. Now what do you get out of it? Nothing. So you get a little gems. I mean, it's not nothing, it's something. You get a little gems, you get some XP, resources, so nothing special, but then it's something, right? And you remember, guys, you're getting this for free. You don't have to go out of your way to do it and do anything. You just get it. So good. Now, fog illuminator. So you unfog or defog, and then you get, I finished all of it because I used the maps, and then what you get, something very similar to the Barbarian Bastard, where it's not a lot. You get gems and books. What is this? This is something we saw before, Wheel of Ancients. Now I know that we've seen this before. Has the rewards changed? No, the rewards hasn't changed. It looks pretty similar to where it was. Again, it's not much, but this is again something you don't have to think about. You just play the game and you're gonna get some of that stuff. So you get some crystal, that's the main thing, right? You get crystals out of it, and even throughout you get some crystals. So yeah, so that's all the events that we kind of had. And then shop, we were meant to talk about the shop, which we did. So there's no new city skins. The highlight of this is there's a bit of a discount, but discount or not, you're not meant to spend your coins on gold heads and materials. You should really be spending on accessories and city, or at least one city skin, preferably this one, Twilight, and then you spend it on the accessories. Now if you're the biggest of the biggest whale, where you have everything that you need out of it for all 7 of your marches, that's when maybe you consider buying material chests. So yeah, that's that. Now guys, we are going to, as I mentioned, we're going to wrap up in the next 4 minutes or so. Now there was one thing that I wanted to have a look, the ranking for this KvK. Gary, hey, first time in Season of Conquest, you're gonna have a lot of fun. So when it comes to Season of Conquest, the crystal tech does limit your fighting ability on the field a little bit unless you spend, but if you spend, it's a lot more fun. Now rankings, let's have a look. So alliance power is what we want to look at. Okay, this is kind of shocking. So it says that the alliance that I'm in, which is number 1 at the moment. Now actually it's not shocking, because we did get all the big players to join the big alliance or the main alliance. That's why the power looks a little bit higher. But then our second alliance won't make anywhere until, oh, we did. So second alliance is number 10. Okay, when I looked at the power, all the KDs kind of looked similar. Now alliance wise, as you can see, it's quite similar as well. Where are our allies? Benny is our ally, and then we should have Biddy is our ally as well. So yeah, so we are not the strongest here, but it's not too much of a difference. It kind of looks on par. It should be a evenly fought good KvK, fingers crossed, hopefully. So let's look at alliance kills as well. We are number 4 here. Now that's bad. If you're number 1 in power in terms of the ranking, you should be quite high up there. And look at that, one alliance standing out. That's Vinny again. So Vinny is standing out. Thank God we are campmates, and they got pretty much double the kills compared to the rest of the KDs around. Let's look at individual power. Mega whales here. Well, I'm 13. That's good. I'm not up there. So Prince of War is pretty much up there. He's our main guy. And then you got someone from 2033. I forgot whether 2033 is ally or enemy. We do kind of want to know, right? Number 3 is in our camp. Now power doesn't mean a lot, but then the biggest guy in the KvK, you kind of want to know whether they're allies or enemies. To 2033. Let's look at individual kills and we'll check out 2033. So I'm number 9 here, which is kind of okay. So there are a few guys here with pretty decent kills. So in terms of kills, what we want to achieve out of this KvK, I mean, if we get to we're almost 5 billion. If we get to 6 billion, that'll be pretty nice. I don't think we can get 1 billion kills out of 1 KvK. I'm not that active or that spendy, but it's good to have a target. So that's that guy, the biggest power guy. He's at 6.5, 2033. So now I'm intrigued to find out whether 2033 is ally or enemy. Zoom out. Zoom out. World icon. Let's have a look. 2033 is ally. So it does look like big firepower on our side. So we'll see how that kind of goes, saying that 1621 is very, very strong. I know it through my friends. Now let's have a look at sunset. Now, not sunset, sorry, Lost Canyon. Now I logged in end of the day, so I'm kind of grinding my way up, but let's look at the top kind of guys. See, I'm 500. Trust me, I'm not going to be 500. I'm probably going to be within top 50 when I have done my grinding, because I logged in late. So let's look at the guys here. So we got our few players from our camp in the top, Vinny. So that is obviously a good sign. We got 1621 here, and then I forgot 1621 here as well. And then I forgot if 57 BR is allies or not, but it's hard to remember all the KDs, but once we get into the KvK, I'm pretty sure we'll start remembering them. Rock farm. I thought the horn loses value because you can overrage. Did you do any testing? Mate, we did some testing on the channel. There should be videos about that as well. You can have a look at our videos. You can kind of have a look at other people's videos as well. The opinion kind of varies. Now my personal opinion is there's nothing called overrage. Well, there is something called overrage, but then the value you get in general in the typical fighting scenarios from overraging outweighs the points or the benefits you get by putting those points somewhere else. So if you do a 1v1 fighting where you're just standing next to another person, then no one's moving until the end of the fight, then there's something called overraging. Now when does that happen? Never. You're gonna hit someone, you're gonna walk away, you're gonna go back into the fight, and all sorts of things, movements will happen, right? So if that's the case, then there's nothing called overraging. Well, there is, but yeah, no, overraging is not an issue. Overraging is a good thing. So that's that. Now guys, I'm going to keep doing my Karuak or Karuak or whatever it's called. Tomato, how do you think there will be new infantry commanders? Mate, I haven't seen. I saw a leak from someone and it didn't have that much of an information. It didn't look that trustworthy either, so that's why we're not talking about it. But then at the same time, if you go by the improvements that all the new commanders have, if you look at Nevsky and Botchan, they're pretty OP, right? So new infantry commanders are going to be pretty good as well. Now speaking of new commanders, the best thing that you can do for new commanders is save your gold heads. What I mean by that is, you see how I have 156? You should have about 1400 saved there, or 1200. 1400, yeah, sorry, not 1200, 1400. If you have 1400 saved there, then you can go for the latest commanders as soon as they come in. Now to get up to 1400, you will go through a period where you don't have the latest commanders, but rather than investing in commanders that may go out of style, you rather save and go for the latest ones once, and then you save again for 1400 gold heads, and then you go for the latest one again. That's probably a good way to go about it. But no, I don't know about the new infantry commanders yet. Basu, hi, do you like Karuak Wadram, or do you think it's worth making? Karuak Wadram is definitely good. Now you guys may have seen some of the whale watching videos that we have made, as in going into whale accounts and checking out their equipment, commanders, and everything they have in their account. Now if you look at that, most of the whales, you will see they have at least 3 Karuak war drums. Now that tells me that it's worth making already, right? Now I did talk to a few of them, trying to see their logic and why they do what they do, and whatever. So basically what most people kind of prefer is having 3 or 4 horns and then a couple of Karuak war drums, and then maybe then going into 2 or 3, maybe 3 daggers. So that's how they make their 7 marches OP. So generally speaking, war drums, yes, having up to 2 war drums maybe is not a bad idea. And you would put the war drums on the less skill damage marches, you will put the horns on the more skill damage marches, and then your infantry marches, maybe, I mean not Guan, but other infantry marches or support marches that in Tryon, they can probably carry the war drum. Okay, now, so guys, 1 hour 6 minutes. We were hoping to finish it by 1 hour, and I hope you enjoyed the stream. If you're still live on the chat, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe if you haven't done it already. And this was a little bit random, but I hope that you guys enjoyed watching the stream, and then for the next stream I'll try to set or schedule it much earlier so that we have more viewers. Bye for today. Have a good night, everyone.